This is why I never really used supports. Or not supports, foundations, my bad. It's because they're so restrictive. Although I can see the benefits. Let's crank this up to the max. Now, 5 a minute. That means it'll take 20 minutes to make 100. Possibly be too steep if there's no... If there's no hill, I should say, that I'm building this on. Okay, fine. I'll put it far away over here. I gotta... There we go. Where is their available node? I think the power's running here. There we go. But before I get too carried away... There we go. I'm gonna need those 200 ornament bundles. Speed this up. Wait a minute. Is it my imagination, or did I think that made one wreath as opposed to 2 wreaths? It's because the time in half and the resources in half. Gee, I've been played. Before I get played anymore. I'm gonna shut this off. Let me see how many of these I got. So I have around 200. I've already made 4 of them. They do take a while to make, though, don't they? Eventually this will stop at 100, and then... Alright. Okay, so I do have about a couple hundred of these. Take all these out. Finish these 2. There. Then I'll turn this thing back on. Yeah, okay, yeah, those are equal. Even if they weren't, I don't think it makes any difference. You need an equal... You need one apiece to make an ornament bundle. Alright, so, there we go. Another hard drive scan finished. These are both ingots. Never mind. Plutonium fuel units. Yeah, I'm not going to be using it, but it's the prestige I'm after. Oh. So while I'm waiting for those wreaths to finish, there we go. Now it should take about as much time as to make all the wreaths as it does to research another hard drive. Roundabout. These are, you should know, they're 5 a minute, and I use that to make my calculations, so it'll take twice as much time. Fortunately, I have like one more hard drive to research, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Well, here they are, both stacks of 50. And the hard drive is finished. So, let me see. What do we got here? Quick wire cable or coated iron plates. Well, I don't want to waste quick wire on cable. Super state computer. Might as well. I'm just collecting these at this point. Now, the Fixmas decorations.
The best idea Fixit could come up with to appreciate and reward pioneers for their hard work is a gold star. How creative. But don't worry, I understand the merits of actually meaningful appreciation. When you save the day, you will understand.
Why is save the day capitalized in title case? Alright, so the Wonder Star. I wonder how it's made. Okay, so you put it in another assembler. Need 500 of these, which means I need 2,500. I need. Wait a minute. Let me see. I need to run a few calculations here. Actually, what I'm going to end up needing to do is automating the production of candy canes so that I have enough. 500. Double check this for a second here and get that last hard drive started. Okay, here we go. 500. That's 10,000 candy canes. 10,000 candy canes, and let me see. It takes 5 wreaths. This time I did double check to make, well, I did notice that it only makes one Wonder Star at a time. Still, it's pretty steep. So you know what I'm willing to do? I might just amplify production just this once. I suppose the main concern with that was power. Have to get it going, and well. Go on another adventure while it's cooking, but before I do that, come to think of it, I could just set the whole thing up as a machine itself, like, or not a machine, but a set of them, a set of machines, using copper. Like instead of removing ingots, I mean, I know I'm going to need a lot of those, but it's a thing like this that makes some of the things, some of its ingredients, into relatively endless supplies. So I'm going to need, let me see, I think I've got all the gift trees, yeah, those trees, those Christmas trees that spawn these presents. So I'm just clearing up a little bit of clutter here. Yeah, to make Wonder Stars, it'll take 3 assemblers. 1 for the ornament bundles for the wreaths, 1 for the wreaths themselves for the Wonder Stars, and 1 to make the Wonder Stars. I'll need constructors. And I might need a headache pill, because putting all this together is a bit of a strain. Welcome to Front of the Envelope Calculation Theater. Wonder Stars, so complicated to make that I need an entire factory for them, despite them only being a part of the Fixmas event. We start with copper and iron, which I got a couple of nodes to spare, let's say, and a couple of present spawning Christmas trees. Now, you smelt the contents of all 4 of these things, even the presents from the Christmas trees. And for the iron and copper, of course, you get ingots. For the Christmas trees, you can select them red or blue ornaments. The red ornaments go with copper, the blue ornaments go with iron, and you combine them in foundries. The copper at 24 a minute per each thing, the iron at 36 a minute for each thing. Although the foundry is going to output the same amount of ornaments, even though the numbers are different. It's 12 a minute, and they're going to get combined into an assembler to make a bundle of ornaments. Just the copper and iron ones, not all 4 types, but that's actually much better than it sounds. Anyway, the bundles of ornaments, which are also produced at 12 a minute, are combined with tree branches to make wreaths. For the tree branches, I need another present spawning tree, and put that in a constructor to make branches at 30 a minute. Now you'll notice the bold outlines of the constructor for the branches and the assembler for the wreaths. That's because I'm using production amplification on both of them. Ordinarily, they come out at a relatively slow pace, and I'm not exactly patient enough to wait for all that. Anyway, the wreaths come out at 8 a minute because of production amplification, and they're one of 2 ingredients to make the Wonder Stars. Now the other is candy canes. Now for candy canes, I'm going to need present spawning trees, 4 of them. Combine the inputs of both pairs and feed them into constructors to make candy canes. At 16 a minute, combine that, you get 32 a minute coming into the Wonder Star assembler. By the way, yes, I'm also using production amplification. I've been very generous with it, but since I'm not really making phase project parts anymore, with the exception of nuclear pasta. I can afford to remove the Summers loops from the field manufacturer and field assembler, and anywhere else I'm using them. So the Wonder Stars come out at 3.2 a minute, and I'm storing them in an ordinary storage crate. I mean, I need 500 of them. It's going to take hours, but I think ordinarily, without production amplification and without the relevant, without the necessary overclocking for all the machines involved, they only come out at 1 a minute. 500 minutes. That is 8 hours and 20 minutes. That's kind of a long time to wait. I mean, it's short in the grand scheme of things, but it's still a long time for one last research objective. Okay, so with this new production output with generous use of production amplification, it should take me, let's see, 500 at 3.2 a minute. That's 500 divided by 3.2 is 5,000 divided by 32 is 2,500 divided by 16 is 1,250 divided by 8 is 625 divided by 4 is 312 and a half divided by 2 is 156 and a quarter. 156 minutes. So that's like 2 hours and 36 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours and 36 minutes. But the real concern here was that, well, I wanted to get it done before I was finished with the nuclear pasta. Now that's still going to take a while. But the main point I'm trying to make here is that this is one last factory that I have to build. I'm trying to get this done in as short a time as I can. Because that 500 Wonder Stars, that's a pretty darn steep requirement there. Meantime, I want to just empty all this stuff I'm carrying because of all this Christmas-related activities. Just gonna put it all in here because I gotta put it somewhere I'm not using, and well, I still have like a handful of just a small amount of territory that I haven't mapped yet. I mean, yeah, there are like okay, I can't scroll all the way up to it, but it's up in the north. You're gonna have to just take my word for it. I still have to adjust a few things here. These are going at 12 and a half a minute, but these only coming out at 12. guess that means it'll just run a little bit suboptimal for a while. Actually, no. I'll adjust these down to 12. There, now everything's nice and even. I didn't even show myself throwing the switch for this because... Did I typo this? Fine, you asked for this. There. I don't willy-nilly capitalize in lowercase things. I'm not not a contemporary pop artist. I don't know why they do that. But yeah, I think this should be good to go. And I'm gonna have to shut it all down when it's finished making Wonder Stars. I don't want an infinite supply of them, but that's pretty much it. This is the last factory I'm making it. Sounds kind of depressing when I say it like that, though, doesn't it?